Hello, everybody. How's it going? Let me just make sure. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Okay, sweet. Welcome to the latest episode of Final Fantasy VII: The Last Ancient. The hype horn has been activated. Um, I know it's been a hot minute. I think it's been like over a month or something ridiculous since we've had our last episode. But we're back and we're here and we're alive. Well, most of us. Um let's do a actually I'll do announcements first and then I'll do a real quick recap of the last episode. But announcements first. For those of you that do not know, this is the Dungeon Mechanics um, Twitch site. If you have not followed, go ahead and give us a like. If you would like, that is. We are doing our road to affiliate. So as soon as we get 50 followers and we do all the streamings and we are active for a month, which I believe tomorrow will be our month anniversary of being an actual channel. But it might go by first time streaming. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. But in the next few days, we're going to be reaching our 30-day cap. So yeah, we just have to mainly get more followers, I think, and then we'll be in a good spot. But to get around our luck and inspo sort of giveaway, for those of you who have the lovely chocobos and moogles and cacticar hypes in the chat, you are currently subscribed to the Judgy DM. So by that, you defaultly have luck and inspo that you can give out to players. A luck is a free reef roll that allows a player to re-roll either their roll or a DM's contested roll. Um, and it varies depending on if the luck is given out to a player or if it's given out to the DM. So keep that in mind. And then inspo adds an extra d6 to any of your rolls except for attack rolls. Well, not to hit, but the actual damage. You can't add an extra d6 to the damage. That would be a little bit crazy. But yes, for the time being, we're giving out a luck to bite and an inspo to lore. So bite, you can add a luck, which is a free reef roll, and then lore, you can add a inspo, which is an extra d6. Um, the other thing, YouTube. If you have not followed us on YouTube, we are out there in the YouTube webinar things, the YouTube web variety. Basically, we are uploading all of our past streams for all of our shows gradually until we catch up to YouTube so that you can listen to it and or watch it at your convenience. Be sure to look in the links below or go into our bottom portion of the Dungeon Mechanics, and there should be a YouTube link that you can click and follow us, as well as other social media. But that all taken into consideration, let's do a quick recap. So, in the last episode, our friends had infiltrated a Shinra building and they came across this ancient by the name of Aerith. And as they were trying to figure that out, Shinra soldiers were trying to get to where they were. Bite was able to make his way into a vent, which he was able to get away from the area that they were at and kind of come out and survey from another area and like hack into a system and things of that nature. You know, doing what Bite does best. Meanwhile, Lore, Mel, and John had to make their way out without causing much of a ruckus, to which they eventually made it out. But as the group ended up reconvening, they had to take down a couple of Shinra guards as well as some doggos. But without much effort, they took care of them. And then, as they proceeded to exit the building, they were attacked by one of the mechanical scorpion type machines that gave them a bit of a run for their money. Before they were able to do anything else, after defeating this large machine, there was a shot of Mako energy or something of that sort that knocked John into the air. Yuffie tried her best to hold on to him, but it wasn't of much effort. Ultimately, John received a heavy dose of Mako poisoning, and that was no bueno. Afterwards, the group made their way onto the airship, the new high wind model, whatever Sid named it, who knows. And that's kind of where the episode wrapped up. There was a lot of other things that took place, but for the most part, yeah, John's gone. Well, he is incapable of responding currently. But after that episode, our friends were able to level up to level 6, which is where we are at presently. And that's where we're kind of going to open up today. So you all are making your way back to Edge City with the airship, and you arrive at Johnny's Heaven. Let's call it roughly 6 o'clock at night. You all arrive after everyone kind of caught up to what was happening. You found that Cloud was a bit distant, realizing that they had revived Aerith. And yep, it's a somber ride back. But the airship lands, and most of you get off and make your way into Johnny's bar. What would you all like to do?
Mel is immediately going to go to the bar and get a drink.
Okay.
Laura's probably gonna do the same.
And Bite is on their heels.
Okay. As you enter, you see as Denzel is at the counter, awake for once, but you don't see Johnny currently. He sees you all kind of enter and just starts getting the drinks ready for all of you.
Mel kind of just takes a seat at the bar, but she doesn't say anything.
I see you're awake now.
Yeah, was knocked out for a little bit, it seems. How did the mission go?
It was difficult, to say the least.
Difficult? Were you able to find out any information?
Yes, I think we found out just what we needed to. But we lost John in the process.
You lost John.
Yes. He's succumbed to Mako poisoning.
And Denzel kind of like nods a little bit at the realization, serving you all your drinks and sliding them over, getting Bite a good helping of warmed milk. So, where does that leave us now?
I don't know, but Shinra has reclaimed the ancient known as Aerith, and they have her in their custody.
Or at least they did. The building exploded.
Well, if I know Shinra, they probably have a backdoor policy.
She just kind of clicks her tongue and drinks.
I'm trying to
You're not-
remember what was on that laptop that I took. Let me check my notes.
Good question, because I completely forgot.
Oh, it had information about the reunion in Nibelheim or something like that.
Ah, yes, yes.
I would look around to see if any of the OG crew is in there.
Make a perception check.
Dirty 20.
Okay. You look, and off in like the corner area, Vincent's kind of crossed arms, leaning up against the wall, kind of close to where that arcade machine that leads to the bottom of Johnny's Heaven is, and you see Yuffie actually playing on the machine, the pinball machine.
Okay, Bite would walk up to Yuffie.
And she kind of stops, bummed that she lost. Oh man, this game's rigged.
I don't think I've actually seen anyone play that game, but we found some information there that I think you might want to see.
Ah, what you got, kitty cat?
And he'll just open up the laptop and it'll be where he had it and just kind of like swivel it around.
Okay. You watch as she like reads over the information, clicking some of the files. This isn't good. Nope. Nope. Oh, definitely not. Okay, so yep. I'm just gonna give this back to you, and she like slides the laptop back to Bite. We might need to go out to Nibelheim later, but I don't think anyone's gonna do that anytime soon. Might still need to find a little bit more information, but
Oh, there's another note I didn't notice. It said there was another facility with the Genova cell on the laptop.
nice. We could probably set up a plan to infiltrate that building, but no promises.
Okay, I'll send you the data.
Nice.
Can it get you anything?
Nothing that I can't think of. You all did pretty good today.
Thanks.
He'll kind of like straighten his vest a little bit.
How's the your crew doing, knowing that Aries might be alive?
Well, Cloud is a big grumpy grump, as can be expected, and everyone's just kind of, I think, looking over John. Sid was thinking about bringing him back to his place, but we'll have to see.
John's a tough guy. I know he'll pull through.
Yeah, kind of missed the luck.
I wouldn't go that far.
God, but what do y'all plan on doing?
I don't really know. I mean, I'm at the graces of the I'm gonna say it, of the uwu.
God damn it.
Undercover Wutai units?
Units, yes.
Yep.
Uh, but I plan to help out Mel and Lore.
Well, I guess until we know what to do next, you all are free to just relax. Is that what people do?
I don't know. We'll see. How do you relax?
I usually take
As he
things.
says that, he like guards his materia.
Shortly after the two of you are talking, you all watch as Johnny comes in from the back, kind of alley area. He starts wrapping an apron around and walks in and sees all of you. Ah, Mel, baby, you're back!
She doesn't say anything. She kind of is just looking into the glass that she has and looking at the beverage in it, kind of in thought.
He kind of like cocks his head a bit. What's wrong? Did I say something wrong?
No, we lost a member of our party today.
Oh no. It's not the cat, was it?
No, it was John.
Oh. Oh, okay. Well. There can only be one Johnny.
No!
And Lore kind of gives him a look. And then she puts her drink down. I think I'm going to take a ride on my motorbike.
Go.
Mel kind of like finishes her drink, sets the glass down. I'm going back to the shop. She gets up and leaves.
So Bite turns around and they're both leaving.
Lore's gonna turn and look at Bite. You want to come with one of us?
Where are we going?
I'm probably gonna head home and take care of some stuff. Mel's going to her shop.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll tag with Mel, but you should come meet up with us soon.
I'll do that after I finish taking care of some stuff.
That is, if you don't mind me tagging with you, Mel.
Nah, I don't mind. Just gonna be fixing stuff anyway.
I can do that.
She kind of lets off like a slight smile before kind of walking out the door.
And Lore's probably just gonna head out too.
Okay. So as y'all leave Johnny's heaven, you all kind of part ways. Mel and Bite heading back to Mel's shop, and then Lore going for a ride, and then ultimately heading back to her place. Roll a D20, Mel and Lore.
I got a 3.
10.
Okay. Laura, so you drive around for a bit on your motorcycle, just trying to clear your head, and make a perception check.
That would be a 5.
Okay, so you ride around a little bit more, and are you kind of like heading back to your place right away, or?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, without much effort, you make it back to your pad. Nothing seems to be disturbed from where you left it.
Right, she's probably just gonna take out her camera and start working on developing some of her photos that she's taken, trying to de-stress from what happened with John.
Okay, as you're doing that, make a, I guess, sleight of hand check.
23.
Okay, yep. So you're in the dark room processing those photos from the film, and overall easy, relaxing work, more or less. You smell the chemicals from the different developing portions for the film itself, and you start to hang up the photos after you bathe them in the fluids as you're supposed to, and takes you no more than 30 or so minutes, and you have the whole kind of like reel developed and drying in that space.
She's probably just gonna look at some of the unfinished paintings that she has, and then she's probably gonna consider heading out to meet up with Mel.
As you do that, you hear a knock at your door.
And she's gonna open the door.
You open the door, and it's Reno.
Break his knees!
She's gonna sigh. Reno, what do you want?
Mel, I was hoping to catch you here. I heard about your partner, John.
Uh-huh.
How are you holding up?
I'm handling it as best as I can.
Handling? Well, normally that involves like a shooting range.
I don't always shoot everything, Reno. I do have hobbies I can turn to.
Hobbies. I should develop hobbies. Anyways, you know, it's not the same since you left.
Well, I'm having a hard time forgiving Shinra for killing my sister. It's not something one can just forget.
Yeah, I know. I know. Would you like to go for a walk? I know it's pretty late, but just a quick walk.
This is your chance.
She kind of raises a brow at him and she thinks about it for a minute. I suppose I could go for a walk.
Great. Well, if you're ready, I guess we can go now.
But you try to pull anything funny and I'm going to shoot your kneecaps off.
That's the lore I miss. As he starts to like head outside.
And Lore's just gonna make sure she has whatever she needs on her, and she's gonna follow him.
Okay. Mel Bite, around this time, you two make it to your shop.
She is going to turn on her radio, turn the volume all the way up, and start blasting some music as she starts tinkering with various pieces of machinery and equipment to kind of fix them up.
Okay. Make a. Make a. Sleight of hand check. We'll go with that one.
That's a 6.
So it takes you a moment to get into your rhythm. You find your mind's kind of like all over the place as you're just trying to fix something that normally wouldn't take very long.
So she has this piece, and she's kind of like tinkering with it, and she's getting visibly irritated as she's trying to fix this, and she just has enough and tosses it before she kind of like holds her head, kind of like rubbing her temples.
Bite, make a dexterity save.
Oh no! I'm sorry, Bite!
That is a 23.
Okay, you see this out of the corner of your eye, hunk of metal just kind of like come in your immediate area, and you move out of the way without much trouble as it clashes against the wall.
Hey, Mel, what are you doing?
But you see as Mel kind of just has like her face in her hands.
Bite will pick up whatever she threw and walk back over. I guess she's like at a table, so I'd hop up on the table to be kind of closer to her. And just slide the piece over. Be like,
You can't fix everything, and you definitely can't do it alone.
and I'll just place it back down. And slowly start working on it. Whatever it was.
It's my fault. What happened with John?
Now, what makes you think that?
If I hadn't put myself in danger, he wouldn't have came to rescue me. She's clearly trying to hold back tears. And now because of that, well, you've seen the state he's in.
Well, John's a pretty big guy, and I think he makes his own choices.
Yeah, well, it was a stupid choice.
Maybe not to him. I sure do miss John, but I gotta say, I'm glad he was brave enough to save you. And like I said, he's a big guy. I'm sure he'll be back around.
And she kind of just smiles slightly. Thank you, Bite.
Yeah, well, you weren't doing very good at fixing this anyway, so I'll just take this and finish it.
She kind of lets off a slight smirk. Fair enough. I'll go find something else to fix. And she kind of gets up from her work counter and kind of starts working on like this disassembled like bike that's like in the middle of her garage.
Make another sleight of hand check with advantage since Bite's there helping now.
Oh my god! An 8! What is happening?
Wait,
you gotta.
she even
you should-
checks?
You gotta use the. Never mind.
You know, I think I'm just. She kind of like puts her tools away. You want something to eat?
You just read my mind. Let's have some noodles.
And she kind of like slams her fist into her palm. Oh, that's right, I got those Moogle noodles. And she kind of like rushes out of the garage to get her bag.
So you make it to your bag, and lo and behold, there's those noodles.
She kind of takes a couple packs, makes her way to the kitchen, pulls out a pot, and starts cooking up the Moogle noodles.
Okay. Make a either performance or survival check.
Give me one moment. I'm going to use my real dice because, you know, these digital dice, they're not behaving today. That is a 15.
Okay. Yep. You're making your food for you and Bite without much trouble. The packets that you've added have a mixture of Moogle-shaped noodles, Chocobo-shaped noodles, and maybe some cacticar? You're not sure. They're either cactar or tornberry, but they all kind of mix in, meld with each other after a bit.
She kind of like cooks up the noodles, puts them in a couple bowls, and then kind of sets a bowl on the table for Bite. Eat up. And she'll proceed to start eating.
So as you two are doing that, Lore, you and Reno are kind of just walking the city streets of Etch City, kind of near your apartment. What would you like to do?
She's just kind of taking in the sights and trying to figure out like what to say to Reno exactly, because she did promise John before John ended up in the state he was in that she was gonna figure out her feelings situation for Reno.
You said you have hobbies.
Yeah,
What kind of hobbies?
mostly photography and a bit of painting.
What? Are you? I mean, do you like it?
Of course I like it. It wouldn't be much of a hobby if I didn't enjoy it, Reno.
Yeah, I guess I just never heard anything about it. I mean, I guess that's not something that you would put on your Shinra application.
Well, not to mention we were usually too busy with work, and during downtime it was never really any time to bring it up.
I guess, but
I mean, how many people in Shinra do you think have interest in photography and painting? It's not something I really thought to talk about.
true. I mean, offhand, maybe rude. I wonder what he does with his free time. Actually, I don't want to know.
Probably collects sunglasses.
Oh, you should see that man's collection. It's pretty insane.
I'm hardly surprised whenever he breaks a pair, he always manages to have another pair on hand.
Mm-hmm. That's usually why we arrive late to missions, is because he's stocking up, if you will.
You sure it's not because you can't tell the difference between two shirts?
No. I mean, no.
And she kind of smirks a bit.
Laura, make a perception check.
Okie dokie. I am going to switch to my real dice for this. A 16.
Mm-hmm. Okay. As y'all are walking, up ahead, you notice a small creature, a Moogle, walking, looking a bit lost.
Is that a Moogle?
Yeah, it looks like it.
And Laura's gonna approach the Moogle.
Make a history check.
That would be a 7.
Okay, you kind of think it might be the Moogle that you saw at the train station, but you don't know offhand if it's the same Moogle or not. You're trying to not classify all Moogles as the same.
So she's gonna see if she can approach and talk to the Moogle.
It like stops and looks up at you. Kupo.
Were you at the train station, little guy?
It like gets wide, closed-eyed, and kind of like nods and jumps around. Moogle, Moogle, Moogle.
So you look a little lost. Weren't you with a little girl?
It nods frantically and kind of like points off in a direction. Kupo.
All right. I think this little guy needs some help.
Help with...
Finding the girl it was with.
Oh, nah, that should be easy enough. I mean, how much trouble could it be to find a little girl?
I wouldn't underestimate the difficulty of any task.
Reno looks a bit confused as the three of you kind of like head off in the direction that the Moogle was pointing to. Mel, you and Bite are eating your food, and yeah, it tastes pretty good. I mean, for Insta Moogle noodles.
Yeah, that wasn't bad, but I've definitely had better.
I think it was pretty good. Is there more?
Yeah, you want some?
Absolutely.
She kind of like takes the pot and puts it in front of him.
Perfect.
So, do you have any idea on what we may have to do next? Regarding this ancient that we found?
I'm not sure, but I just can't imagine that crew just letting Aerith stay there like that, dead or alive.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I guess now that that building's destroyed, they'll move on to the next one for answers.
And we're gonna be there to kick their butts, she says as she kind of like cracks her knuckles.
You bet.
Don't you think Lork should have been back by now?
I mean, maybe.
She was gonna meet up back at the shop, right?
Yeah.
I better go call her and make sure everything's all right. She kind of gets up, grabs her phone, the little Moogle charms kind of like dingling from her phone. She opens it and she dials up Lore.
As that happens, Lore, you and Reno are following this Moogle, and your phone begins to ring.
And she answers the phone.
Hey, Lore, where are you at?
I'm following a Moogle right now who seems
Did
to
you
be
say
lost.
Moogle?
As she holds the phone away from her ear, like, ow. Very carefully puts the phone back near her ear. Yes, I said Moogle.
Where? Bite and I will meet you.
I should let you know beforehand that Reno is with me.
I'm sorry, what? You mean a Turk is with you?
We have a history. It's complicated. Just
Yeah, and we have a current history. We were just at him, and she's like going off, like continuing to.
Do you want to help?
The words are mushing together.
Do you want to help the Moogle or not?
Yeah, but can we trust him?
Can you just tolerate him for a little while? I know he's a pain in the ass, but
There's a moment of silence before you hear Mel. If he tries anything, I'm breaking his kneecaps.
I already told him I would.
Oh, good. Double whammy.
All right, and she tells Mel roughly where they are.
Well, that's not too far. Okay, Bite and I will meet you. Hey, Bite! And she cuts off.
And Lore is rubbing her temples.
Who was that?
That was Mel. She was with me the day that you came to tell me that John was in the hospital.
She's the one that hit me with the wrench.
Yes.
She... Lovely.
I should warn you, she's coming to help with the Moogle.
Again, how much trouble do you think finding a Moogle owner is going to take there, Lore?
Well, I hope it's not too much trouble, but Mel is obsessed with Moogle, so as soon as she heard Moogle.
Make a perception check.
A 15.
As you're talking to Reno, you kind of like look down and the Moogle's not there.
Shit.
What? Oh. Fuck.
We lost the Moogle.
Oh man. Okay. If I was a Moogle, where would I head?
I'm not an expert at thinking Moogle, so I can't exactly answer that. And Lore's just kind of looking around, trying to see if she sees any sign or anything, any sort of hint.
As you look out at your previous perception, you're able to see the Moogle maybe like roughly half a block ahead or so, a little bit more, kind of like duck into an alley.
Over there, Reno.
Yeah. After
It went
you.
down that alley. And she's gonna follow.
Okay. You make it to the alley, and you see the Moogle kind of like at the end by a fence, kind of like squishing its body through to get to the other side.
And Thor's gonna follow, and she's probably gonna climb the fence because I doubt she can squeeze through it.
Make a acrobatics or athletics check.
Okay. $18.
Yep. You're able to make it over without much trouble. Reno kind of comes and jumps in, makes it across shortly after. As you arrive at the other side of the fence, you see the Moogle like pulling and tugging on this like board and pulling it up enough to like duck underneath it and going to this fenced off area.
Okay. So Lore's gonna see if she can move the board.
Okay. Make a strength check with advantage because Reno starts to help you.
Would I add my saving throw modifier to that?
Yes.
23.
Yeah, y'all are able to lift it up and kind of like squeeze through shortly after. You arrive, and the area has like overgrown grass, which is kind of rare to see grass in Edge City, but yep, you kind of begin to maneuver your way through this grassy, fenced off area. Bite and Mel make D20 rolls.
13.
16.
Okay. As y'all leave to go catch up and kind of get into the area that Lore gave you directions to, you arrive roughly in that block radius, but you don't see Lore or Reno.
She told us to meet her here. Where the heck could she be?
Bite will. Are we close to like an alley?
Make a perception check.
26.
There's a couple alleys where you're at, one across the street from each other. So
Bite will try to go to the nearest alley and like do like a code meow to see if there's any undercover units nearby that
okay.
might have some information.
Do that with a
Meow 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 meow.
performance check. No. Do a investigation check.
13.
You see one cat kind of like poke its head out of a tin can, garbage can.
Does it look like someone from a unit?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay. Then I will go up to the cat and I'm imagining thieves' cant in this is just meowing so that they don't understand, but and ask them if they've seen I'll describe Lore and Reno if they've seen them walking around. Or better yet, a Moogle.
The cat kind of maneuvers and like knocks over the garbage can and kind of like points off ahead. You see this fenced area towards the further into the alley.
Nice. Mel, this way.
Huh?
This way.
And she follows after him.
You two arrive at this fenced off area shortly after making your way in further.
Good gracious, they climbed the fence?
It does seem a bit odd, huh?
Well, up we go. And she's gonna climb the fence.
Is there a
Athletics
gate?
or acrobatics. There's like a small cut in the fence, but small enough for bite, not lore.
I got a 13 for athletics.
Mel, you're kind of struggling. You're trying to get over. There's not a lot of grab areas for fence work, so you're just kind of using your weight to pull yourself up and over, but the fence is a little bit higher than you first gandered.
She's going to take a couple steps back and then have a running start to jump up over the fence.
Okay.
Bite's gonna crawl through, I guess.
All right.
What do I need to roll?
Through
I'll give her
athletics or
advantage.
acrobatics check.
I'll give her advantage by saying this.
Nat 20 for a 26.
There's a Moogle over here.
Oh gosh. So yeah, y'all get on the other side of the fence without much effort.
Oh, okay. So, I'm assuming we continue down the alley?
I guess so.
Actually, she takes her cell phone, calls Laura again.
Or answers. Hello?
Laura, where the heck are you?
We had to follow the Moogle.
Did you
It
have to
went
climb a fence?
yes, and then we moved a board aside and went through another fenced off area.
A board? Mel's kind of looking around as she's speaking with Laura.
Make a
13
perception
forward
check.
perception.
There's a lot of boards.
Which board?
And Laura, as best as she can, tries to describe where the board was.
Okay. As you're talking to her, you kind of see one that's like jutted out a little bit, not nailed fully, seated with the rest of them.
Oh, hey, is this it? And she kind of walks over to it. Yeah, I think this is it. Okay, where are you guys now?
We've just been walking through the tall grass trying to catch up with the Moogle.
I'm sorry, did you say grass?
That's what I said.
She kind of like covers the microphone on the phone and looks to Bite. Laura said that she's walking on grass. How crazy is that? Okay, we'll come meet you guys in a bit. Hangs up.
Okay.
Mel's going to try to go under the board.
Athletics check.
16.
Okay, you're pulling at it, and it's a bit tough, but you're able to get it up enough to where you and Bite can like squeeze through.
You want me to go first, Mel?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. But we'll hop on in.
Okay.
And Mel's gonna follow after and let the board kind of like drop behind her.
Okay. Lore, you and Reno kind of come out of this tall grass and see up ahead this almost shack of a building, barely constructed. As the two of you approach it, you hear a Kupo sound from inside. Jesus, Lore, how much more before we actually find this thing?
Well, I heard some noise coming from that shack, so it's gotta be there.
Okay.
Remember, Reno, how hard can it be to find a Moogle?
Yeah. And he just kind of like walks off towards the shack. As you two approach in it, it's pretty old. There's not a lot to it. It's mostly just metal meets concrete. You arrive inside and you see the Moogle kind of like tugging at a particular pile of debris. You're not sure.
And Lore's going to investigate.
Okay. Make a. Actually, yeah, you could do an investigation check.
Hey, 19?
Okay. Apparently the Moogle's trying to get something that is sort of underneath this rubble.
And Lore's gonna try to help it.
Without much effort, the two of you start to move pieces here and there. Reno kind of like looks confused. But soon enough, you unveil it, and there is a small kind of whimsical Moogle plushie just dirty underneath this pile of rubble.
Lore's gonna pick up the Moogle plush. Is this what it wanted?
I hope so.
Lore's gonna hold the plush out to the Moogle.
The Moogle takes it and kind of like hugs it and jumps around all happy and things. Shortly after that,
Mel's gonna die.
Mel and Bite arrive into this shack of a building, pretty much the only place that they could go after they exited out of the grass, the tall grass.
Lore, are you in here?
Yes, we're in here.
Mel kind of follows the sound of Lore's voice and eventually does find her. Oh my gosh, there you are! Kind of eyes Reno.
He just does the Sarge check with his hands.
So where's the Moogle?
Right here.
The Moogle kind of like hid behind Mel as the other voices entered. And it like peeks out.
Wait, let me turn down my volume real quick.
Mel immediately is like over the moon, ecstatic. Oh my gosh, you're so cute! Is that a Moogle plushie it's holding?
Yes, that would be a Moogle plushie.
Mel goes over and kind of like crouches down next to the Moogle. Can I hold you?
The Moogle kind of like backs away.
Visible tears going down Mel's face. Okay. I respect that.
Poor Mel.
Wait,
So,
so we came all this way for a plushie? I thought you said there was a girl.
girl?
Yes, this was the Moogle that was with that girl we met at the train station.
Mel's trying to recollect the memory. Yeah, she don't remember. She rolled a 4. Girl. It kind of doesn't ring a bell.
The girl with the brother who has a Moogle farm?
That Moogle with the girl!
Yes, that Moogle.
Well then, where is she? She kind of looks at the Moogle.
And the Moogle looks at you, and then up at Mel, or up at Lore, and then back to Mel. Kupo? Confused.
Oh, hey, Kupo. Do you remember me?
Kupo!
Yeah, Kupo.
Well, we should probably get you back to your friend then.
Kupo! And it reaches and grabs something, and hands bite what appears to be like a small nut.
Oh, thank you. Kupo nut?
Kupo!
Reminds me of a game I used to play.
Oh yeah? What game was that?
Hold on, Googling. Is it Mog's Kitchen?
What game?
The Mog game in Final Fantasy VII.
Oh. Oh, yeah, where you have to like... Oh, yeah, find my Kupo. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm tracking.
You know, it was an
The
old game. I
rigged
think it was
games.
called Mog House or something. That was
Uh,
fun. It had something to do with these nuts.
And he holds it up.
Hmm. Well, that's great and all, but how are we going to find your friend, Mr. Moogle?
Kupo! And it like points at the nut, and then it goes over to bite and like pokes him in the belly.
You want me to eat it?
Kupo!
I do like to eat.
And he'll go to take. Is it like a hard shell? Do I need to crack it? I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a hard shell little nut encasement.
Okay, I'll try to crack it.
Okay.
Don't you dare do a streak.
Make a con save.
No, starts choking.
Oh god. It's pretty. But no, you're able to eat the Kupo nut without much effort. And the Moogle looks at you. Yeah, it's about time that you actually ate it.
It was pretty good.
Wait, what?
Go, it's
Fight? Everything okay?
I can understand you now.
good. And you just hear a bite going, Kupo. I speak fluent Moogle.
What's your name?
Maggie, what's your name?
Bite. Nice to
Ooh.
meet you, Maggie.
Nice to meet you too.
And I'll look over to Mel and be like,
His name's Maggie.
Yeah, I think I remember actually being told his name. Oops.
Laura's just shaking her head.
Oh, Maggie, how can we get you home?
Well, I kind of got lost from my friends, so your guess is as good as mine.
Where did you last see them?
A little bit after the train station.
Where did your train stop?
Um, uh, a little bit before I met that lady over there. And he
Oh.
points at Laura.
I'll relay that to them.
He lost his
Friend, owner. What's the correct title here?
Yeah, I guess friend.
he lost his friend when they were getting out of the train when we were getting on the train. So I guess we should go there. Doesn't really know where to go from there.
It's a start. I can only assume they went to this Moogle farm that Mel spoke of.
He'll ask Maggie.
Do you know how to get to the farm?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe. It's pretty big.
Do you think they would be waiting for you there, or would they be looking for you here?
Well, I don't think they know that I'm here, but now that I found this plushie, I should be good. We can go look for him.
Okay. Lead the way.
And you watch as the Moogle just starts to waddle out of the shelter.
Wait. What?
Shack.
What did it tell you, Bite? What's going on?
I really don't want to tell you, but I know I should. But I think we're going to the farm.
Her pupils dilate.
No. Before you say anything, Maggie's
Reno,
still a little
if you-
scared. So no loud noises.
Reno, if you want to save yourself from the crazy train, now's the time to do it.
Well, we did agree to get this Moogle back to the girl, so I'll at least see it that far.
And plus, if there's any expenses, I mean, it's the least he could do to cover them, right?
Expenses?
Yeah, you're government funded.
Bite, you feel as Mel immediately scoops you up into her arms. Let's go to the Moogle farm!
I said no loud noises.
And she's already fucking it after that Moogle.
Or size. We better follow.
So you all exit out of that shack and kind of start following the Moogle. You make it to a fenced door kind of area.
Do a what?
Just a fenced door to the big fence, the wood fence that surrounds this area.
Mel's gonna open the door.
Okay. You exit out and there's a lot of people just walking the streets of Edge City, a lot of traffic and things of that nature. The Moogle kind of looks. Do you know which way is the train station? Or. Oh, wait. That looks familiar. And he points off further. a couple of blocks down, and you see this large Moogle shaped building off in the distance.
A Moogle-shaped building.
Like a Moogle store, more or less. I think it's close to there.
What's the Moogle saying, Bite?
I really don't want to tell you, but I know I should. But we're going to that building shaped like a Moogle.
Pupils dilate again, and she's rushing to there.
Mel, make a deck save.
Oh no. 13.
Okay, as you're heading towards that direction, you accidentally like bump into a passerby, and they kind of like stop talking on their phone. Hey, watch it!
Oops, sorry. Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on.
Okay. Reno kind of looks at you, Lore. Is it always this exciting to do stuff like this? Does this count as a hobby?
No, this counts as trying to help someone. If this were a hobby, I think my stress level would go up.
He kind of like shrugs in agreement, and you all kind of catch up to Mel and Bite and the Moogle as you're making your way towards this large Moogle building. Make a perception check.
Everybody?
Yes.
I got
21.
a 12.
A 17?
Okay. You see like Mel walking up and looking at this large Moogle building lore, and out the corner of your eye you see this truck kind of like swerving in the lane of a traffic and kind of veering off towards Mel's direction. But she's kind of enamored by this Moogle building.
I can't believe there's a building in the shape of a
And-
Moogle.
Lore is going to grab Mel and try to yank her out of the way.
Okay, make a strength or deck save.
Okay. 20.
Okay. You're able to pull her out of the way just in time as this truck crashes straight into like the front door area of this building.
Mel's jaw is down to the floor. What
Mel?
just happened?
If you're gonna hold me, you gotta watch where you're going.
Sorry.
As his claws are like in her arm.
Ow, ow, bite, your claws.
Sorry.
Mel's gonna set Bite down and rush over to the truck. Make sure the driver's okay.
As you go around to the front of the truck, the driver's seat is empty.
Huh? Do trucks normally drive themselves?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh, does that seem familiar?
No.
Okay, good.
Mel's
Just
going-
making sure that's not normal.
Mel's gonna check the like the glove compartments, the center console, see if there's anything that can kind of help her identify who maybe this truck belongs to.
As you do, you just come across like a owner's manual and a couple of receipts, but nothing identifiable to whoever was driving.
She kind of gets out of the truck and then glares at Reno. Was this your doing?
What? What do you
Did
mean?
I stutter? Was this, points to the truck, your doing?
Why would I send a truck to crash into a Moogle store?
Well, obviously to try and kill us, but the truck missed.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't trust you. Folds her arms.
I know he's Shinra Mal, but Reno isn't that bad of a guy. He can be an idiot sometimes, but he's not
Hey!
generally a bad guy.
Are there keys in the truck?
Yes.
Fight's gonna take the keys.
Okay.
And Mel's gonna take a look at the license plate.
Yeah, just a generic looking Ed City license plate.
Is there
Yeah,
a brick?
what's
there a
the
brick on
what's
the,
the license plate number there, DM?
JUDYDM.
Good
God dang
old
it.
Judy DM.
Got him, coach.
Mel's gonna take note of the license plate number.
Okay.
Is there like a brick on the gas pedal or anything?
No, make an investigation check.
16.
No, there doesn't seem to be anything, like keeping it going, essentially. So potentially the person that was in it might have quickly jumped out right before.
Looks like they jumped out. Is someone back there where it came from?
Mel's gonna take a look.
Perception checks for anybody that's looking.
8.
18.
Got an 8 as well.
Okay. Lore manages to notice a manhole covering kind of like setting back into place slightly.
Sabotage.
I think they went into that manhole.
Well, do we go after them or do we help the poor Moogle first?
I'm more concerned with helping the Moogle. If we start chasing after randos driving into buildings and going down manholes.
I mean, to be fair, they almost did kill us.
Seems pretty intentional to me.
Which is why I suspect him. Kind of like points her thumb back to Reno.
Reno, again, he may be a Turk, but he's not gonna do anything unless he's ordered to do it.
How do you know he wasn't ordered to? What if this is all a ruse? How did you guys meet up in the first place?
He came to my house.
He knows where you live?
We used to work together.
Oh, yeah.
As she says work, Fight's gonna just know the air quotes behind her.
Still, I find this real sus.
What is sus? Reno kind of like looks at you. I get it. You don't trust me. Can we go ahead and find this girl so I can go home?
I mean, you could go home now.
And he kind of just like looks at you.
She looks at him. Nothing stopping you from leaving.
I have an agreement.
Lore, he can go home now, right?
Bite's gonna whisper to Mel. We're about to go into the Moogle store, and he's covering all expenses.
Her eyes dilate. Okay, let's go. Picks up Bite, goes into the store.
Lore looks very confused. Like, what was that sudden change?
So the truck is kind of blocking the entrance to the store right now. As you know, trucks
Mel
that
put the-
crash
can-
into.
Can Mel put the truck in neutral and try to push it out of the way?
We have the keys. It's basically our truck now. I took the keys. That's how it works, right?
Yeah, clearly.
Cool. Don't worry, I'll reverse it.
Is that a good idea?
Probably not.
Okay, Bite, put it in neutral and I'll push it out of the way.
Okay, Bite will hop in the car, put it in neutral,
Mel's gonna try to push this car out of the way.
put his shades down,
Mel, Bite, Lore, Reno, make a deck save.
Oh no!
Oh, good lord.
24.
$16.
18.
Okay. You all watch as apparently this truck has been leaking fuel for some odd amount of time. And the engine kind of like combusts and explodes outward. I don't even know how much damage that would be. Like 48. I'll do this one, that one, and this one. You all take. You made the save, so half, which is 18 points of
Oh!
fire damage, I guess.
Oh! Oh,
Ouch.
that hurts! Oh!
Lore is not feeling so hot.
Mel isn't feeling hot either!
I'm gonna see if I can.
Mel is just laying on the ground. I don't think that was a good idea. Ow!
Dang it. Uncanny dodge doesn't work.
Fools, you didn't rest before you went out on a Moogle adventure.
Oh no, we didn't.
Make a perception check.
Can I use my chakra materia?
No,
Oh.
that's not how that works.
That would be an 8.
Okay.
Wait, what check?
Perception.
I got a 24.
Mel, you notice as a flamed kissed Moogle is kind of like scorched off next to the car a little bit.
I'm sorry, a what?
A flame kissed Moogle? A Moogle on fire.
No, I heard you. I was just double checking just to make sure. That's exactly what you said. Is that Moogle on fire?
It's usually what happens when a car explosion hits it.
Mel's gonna try to get it, put it out.
Laura's gonna help.
Oh, no.
Make a survival check.
Had a potion.
14.
Oof.
Ooh. Is Mel gonna die?
I got a nat 20.
Okay, Lore is able to get the fire under control. As the Moogle's kind of like laying there a bit not responsive.
I think it's a safe bet. We should probably go to a hospital.
How big was this explosion? Is the like store on fire?
A little bit. Like the windows kind of bursted, and you hear off in the distance like emergency response vehicles kind of getting closer.
So
To
Mel
where-
needs to do like an insanity check to see all the melting Moogle plushes.
I think Mel is going in and out of consciousness currently.
Oh, so am I. It's okay.
Oh gosh. Okay. So Mel is going to use a potion of greater healing to heal up. Yay, I got 14 points of healing.
I had a potion too, but I think it's in my. The other character sheet. What's that called?
Oh, let me check.
Laura's gonna use her potion too.
Yeah, you have a potion of greater healing bite that you could use.
And Mel is also going to use her potion to bring back this Moogle.
Okay.
Are you using yours on the Moogle?
Worst
Yeah.
recovery team ever.
The Moogle got 11 points of healing.
The
health do
Moogle
you
kind of
have?
like comes to Kubo. Oh,
Are
what
you
happened?
okay?
It kind of like wavers there for a minute before it gets back on its feet.
Okay. The Moogle's back up.
And he kind of like looks at Bite. It's around the building, the farm. Oh, he said be right back. So you watch as the Moogle kind of like strays off and starts to walk around this building, leading y'all further down some more city blocks. Eventually, you come up to what appears to be a series of small buildings, kind of like apartment buildings.
So we're not going into the Moogle store?
No, why
No,
would we
ma'am.
go into the Moogle store?
Oh yeah, but I did say the farm was near the shop. Oh man. Wanted to look at all the cute Moogle stuff.
Reno like looks at Lore. Is she always like this?
Always.
Nah. I'm kind of glad Rude doesn't talk. And you all make it to these apartment buildings, and the Moogle proceeds to go up a series of fire escapes until it gets to the top roof of one of the buildings.
Well, looks like we're going up. She kind of picks up Bite and starts going up the fire stairs.
Okay. As you all make it to the top, there is a lush greenery type rooftop setting. There's lots of different plants and stuff that are at the top of this building in particular. And you see some fenced off tents, as well as a small kind of building on top of this roof.
Is this the Moogle farm?
And Moogle kind of like nods and like leads you all to that building.
She kind of like hugs Bite close to her in excitement. Let's go, let's go, let's go! And she follows the Moogle. Come on, Laura, hurry up! She kind of calls over her shoulder.
She's even more obsessed with Moogles than my sister was with chocobos.
It's that possible?
Yep.
So you all make it to this building, and there's this older fellow kind of sat at a desk. As you enter in, excuse me, can I help you?
Yeah, we were just bringing this Moogle back. It got lost.
Moogle? And he kind of like looks over. Ah, Moggy, you made it back. And Moogle's like, Kubo. Why do you look like you just got out of a train wreck?
As Bite is bleeding from his ears.
A truck may or may not have exploded near us while we were making our way here.
Then the old man just kind of like looks at all of you. I'm sorry, who are all of you?
Oh, well, I'm Mel. This is Bite. Holds up Bite. And that's Lore. And that's... I don't remember his name.
His name is Reno.
Ah, nice to meet you all. I am... Wait a second. Did you say truck exploded?
Yeah?
By heavens, where at?
In front of the Moogle-shaped building?
I just heard that over the radio. I thought that was a hoax.
Radio?
Yeah, and he like points to the radio on his desk.
Oh, okay.
Any
yeah.
of you injured?
Holds up Bite.
Took a bit of damage.
Oh, well, just wait here. I'll get you all fixed up. And he like gets up from his seat and makes his way to the cabinet that's kind of sat behind him. Well, I appreciate you all bringing Moggy back.
Oh, it was no trouble. He's such a cutie pie.
Yes. Jessie will sleep well now that he's back. She was worried sick after they got separated at the train station.
Oh, so Jessie's the name of the girl then?
Yes, my granddaughter.
Got it. I don't think we ever got your name.
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Jethro.
How do you spell that, Jethro?
Jeth and then throw? You've never...
Well, I was just double checking in case there was like a different spelling, because one word could sound the same but spelled different. It's kind of like
Jethro. Nothing's fancy. Just Jethro.
okay, just making sure. But it's nice to meet you, Mr. Jethro.
Yes. You said your name was Mel?
Mhm.
Ah, yes. Nice to meet you as well. And he kind of just comes back over with a box of bandages. All right, who needs fixings first?
Places bite on the table.
Oh, that's a fancy vest.
It is inside out, by the way, so it's on the Muggle side. Or Moogle side.
Yeah, isn't it just the cutest little thing you've ever seen?
Yes, Jesse used to dress up Moggy back in the day as well.
Oh, why did she stop?
He didn't like it.
Oh.
But we'll give Moggy like one of those like solitude nods,
And Jethro proceeds to patch up Bite, putting bandages around all the hurt spots. And Bite, you get 11 points of healing back.
Would it be weird for me to talk to Jethro? I normally try and not be a talking cat in public, but
I mean, it depends on if. Old man, roll for heart attack.
yeah,
Oh,
I'll
no.
just give him like a cat nudge on his hand, like a cat thank you.
Aw, Bite says thanks.
Quite welcome. Anyone else need healing?
Lore, you good to go?
I could use a bit of healing.
Yes. He kind of like sets up some healing ointment pads and slowly hands them off to Lore so that she can stick them to any areas that are overly sore or might burn if not treated well. And Lore receives 11 points as well back. I hope getting Moggy back wasn't too much trouble.
No,
I'm
no
just-
trouble at all.
I'm just glad it's back safe.
Have you been to the Moogle farm before?
No, but I've always wanted to.
Well, welcome to the Moogle farm, my dear. This is it.
Mel's like clearly excited. So where are the rest of the Moogles?
The rest of the Moogles?
Mhm.
What do you mean?
Well, it's a Moogle farm. Shouldn't there be Moogles?
Oh, I guess you didn't see. And he kind of like goes over to the window and like points at one of the tent setup areas, and you see like kind of like wood cutouts of Moogles, just like playing and having fun in those areas. They're kind of not real Moogles.
You see Mel just sulking in the corner, visibly crying. Okay. Not real Moogles.
kids like it enough. Keeps them out of trouble.
Trouble, right?
Well, at least you got to help a real Moogle.
Bite would try and hop down and talk to Magi without being too obvious.
And Magi looks over at Bite. Well, thank you all for bringing me back here.
Yeah. Anytime. You see Mel over there?
Yeah, the hysterical one.
Yeah. She's had a rough go of it past day. I know us cute, cuddly type kind of have issues with being squeezed and hugged and stuff, but you'd really be helping her out if you went up and gave her a hug.
Is she gonna hurt me?
No, she held me. You saw. It's okay. There's no cars in here.
I mean, oh, okay. And he kind of walks over to Mel and slowly hugs her leg.
Mel looks down and sees Magi hugging her leg, and her heart just melts. Oh, she's crying happy tears.
And
Thank you.
I'll walk over to Laura and nudge her leg and do the camera hand sign, take a picture.
And she takes out her camera and she takes a picture.
Oh.
That smells like ugly crying.
Oh my gosh.
She kind of kneels down after Magi kind of lets her go, and she kind of pats Magi's head. Thanks, little guy. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Kupo! And he kind of gives you the thumbs up.
Well, we got Magi home, so I guess we can head back now.
Are
And
you
that
all
means-
hungry?
Well, I mean, I just
almost says yes.
ate. But I'm sure Bite is probably hungry. He's always hungry.
Best cat smile I can give.
I mean, I could serve you all up some grub. It wouldn't be any trouble.
Sure, if you want. And then she kind of eyes Reno. You could probably go now.
You know, now I'm staying here persistently until I see the kid.
Do you like having your kneecaps intact?
Yeah, typically. Why?
Because they're about to not be in the next 5 seconds.
What's your
Well,
deal?
The deal is I don't trust you.
So, what does that have to do with me?
Do you not know what you are?
Enlighten me. What am I?
She looks at Lore like, is he fucking serious?
Why don't you and Bite and Reno and I can go?
Are you sure that's a good idea?
I need to talk to Reno anyway.
Crosses her arms. He tries anything, you have my number.
And I have a gun.
Fair enough. Are you sure you don't want my wrench? Pulls out the wrench.
I don't need a wrench.
Puts the wrench back. Laser eyes, Reno. guess we'll meet back up later then.
Right. I'll meet up with you soon.
Reno
And-
kind of like shrugs and walks out of the building.
And Laura's gonna follow him.
Mel kind of picks up Bite and kind of whispers in his ear, I still don't trust him.
Reno takes a couple of steps, puts his hand in his pocket. You know, I guess I get it. People don't trust Shinra, or the Turks, or myself. It's nothing new.
Well, Shinra has a lot of work to do to earn people's trust back.
Yeah, but it's not like Shinra's all bad.
I know there's the good and the bad, but it's easier to see the bad, especially given a lot of what Shinra did.
True, but Lord, that was a while ago. And I know that
I know.
doesn't change anything for bringing back your sister, but the people that made those choices, they're not the same Shinra.
I get it. But it's still hard. I don't know if I'll ever be able to forgive Shinra, and there's a part of it that hurts. Probably the part that hurts the most is knowing that you may have been involved in that incident.
Well,
Ooh, this got awkward.
I guess we'll just give it time.
I guess.
And as the two of you are talking, you see a young girl similar to the one you saw by the train earlier that day, and a young male kind of like approaching, coming from where y'all came to get to the Moogle farm. I guess that's my cue. Your friends will see you back safe,
Yeah.
I guess.
Reno.
Yeah.
And she's gonna walk over and she's gonna kiss him on the cheek.
And he kind of like,
You tell anyone I did that and I'll shoot your kneecaps off.
yeah, yep, yep. Um, take care of yourself, Laura.
I'm doing the best I can.
And he kind of like smirks and like wavers a hand and starts to head away as the young girl and male kind of like approach you standing there. Excuse me, are you the girl that we saw earlier today?
I'm one of them. My friend, I think you may be thinking of Mel.
Oh, the nice lady. Um, we were looking for my Moogle friend. His name's Moggy. Have you seen him?
We just returned him.
Oh, he's back?
Yes.
And she kind of like darts off into the building. Huh. Ah. Thanks, by the way.
No problem.
And he kind of like looks back to where Reno was leaving. Is that a friend of yours?
Sort of.
Well, I guess. Did Did you meet my grandfather?
I did.
Oh, um, I guess I should check on my sister. Um, I don't think I got to see you on the train today. There's the other girl. Um, Overalls?
Yes, that's Mal.
Ah, Mel. Um, my name is. Uh, I guess I should wait until I check on my. Are you staying?
I'll be leaving.
Oh, oh, sorry. I didn't mean to keep you. Then he kind of like steps out of the way.
It's quite alright. And she walks past him.
He kind of like nods, lets you walk past, and kind of makes his way into the building. Um, Melly, you would have seen this little girl that you met earlier come in, see Moggy, and like run over to him and like give him a hug. And then this other male kind of comes in shortly after.
Mel's kind of busy talking with Jesse. Hey, you're the girl from the train station.
Mm-hmm. Did you find Moggy?
That we did.
Oh, thank you. We were just out looking for him.
Yeah, just keep a closer eye on him, will you?
Mm-hmm. And she kind of like smiles, hugging him more.
Mel kind of smiles warmly at the girl. Before she kind of like turns and sees the guy. Oh, and you're the brother, right?
Yeah. Um, Sorry, I don't think we got to introduce each other last time. The bigger fellow kind of pulled you away.
Yeah. She kind of like rubs the back of her head nervously. To be fair, we did have places to be. But that's besides the point. I'm Mel. She kind of holds out her hand to him for a handshake.
And he goes over and shakes it. I'm Jacob. Nice to meet you. Um, where's your boyfriend?
Um, raises a brow. Boyfriend?
The bigger guy, the guy that pulled you on the train.
He's not my boyfriend.
Oh, oh. Um, I'm sorry. I just thought that he might have been. Um, sorry.
You're fine. But yeah, we found Maggie. Points to the Moogle that Jesse's holding.
Yeah. Thank you for that, by the way. And as Jacob's standing there, Jethro comes out with a batch of fresh soup that he has been cooking the whole day, probably. And he sets it on the table and kind of starts gathering some bowls. Well, don't be shy. There's plenty enough for everyone. Grandpa, you really don't have to go out of your way. I mean, we could have just went out to eat. Nonsense. Why go
Uh,
out to eat when you can have delicious home cooked meal?
Mel's eyes widen. This looks amazing.
And Jethro like ladles some for Mel and Bite and Jesse and Jacob and himself and Moggy. Well, don't be shy. Eat up, eat up.
Mel's gonna take a bite out of the soup.
Roll a d20.
A 1.
Okay. As you're eating this, it tastes familiar. You can't seem to figure out what that one flavor is that reminds you of something from like your childhood. But overall, it's good soup. It's just, it's bugging your brain that you can't figure out what the taste is.
It's on the tip of my tongue, but and she's like trying to think, what is this that I'm tasting? I've had it before. I should know what it is.
You must be talking about the thornberry sauce. It's a kick.
Snaps her fingers. That's it.
Yes, it gives it that kick.
Gotta say, it did add quite a bit of flavor to this soup.
Oh yeah.
And she's just eating it happily.
Jacob kind of like looks over. You don't have to eat it all if you don't like it.
What are you talking about? It's amazing.
Oh, you actually do enjoy it.
Wait, you don't?
Granddad kind of always makes this, so it kind of gets dull.
You're joking, right? Like this is amazing.
Yeah, I mean it's not bad. It's just not new.
By having finished his bowl, will like reach over and like kind of like walk backwards and pull that guy's bowl away from him towards his spot.
Jacob
Start
goes to
eating it.
take another spoonful and his bowl's empty and he's like, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything.
Well, have you had like any other like? Do you have a favorite dish?
I'm not sure. Maybe. Again, Granddad always makes this.
Man, you should actually one of these days. I actually should try to make my roast one of these days.
Your roast?
Yeah. It's got all the good fixings in it.
I don't think I've ever had roast.
Her eyes widen in shock. I'm sorry, what?
I don't think I've ever had roast.
She's looking at him like, you don't mean that. Please, you're joking, right? You've never had... She looks at Bite like, is he joking?
Insight checks?
Bite is not paying attention.
Oh, no. 21 for insight.
Nope, he's telling the truth.
Mel's just dumbfounded. I think I need to make you my roast den one of these days. You're really missing out.
Oh, sure. I mean, it sounds like a plan.
I'll have time to make it. So that way it's done by tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Mhm.
Oh, you're actually serious. You're gonna make it.
Yeah. Why wouldn't I be serious? You've never had it.
Well, yeah, but sometimes people say things that are nice, but they don't really mean it.
I'm pretty sure if I say something, I mean it.
Oh. Well, I think I'd like that.
And she kind of grins. Oh yeah, I bet you're gonna like it too. It's actually my mom's recipe. Been in the family for a long time.
You're a cook, then?
Well, it's more of a hobby, actually. I'm actually a mechanic.
Oh. You fix things.
Yep.
I fix things as well.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What do you fix?
And he kind of like gets up and goes over and like flips a switch. And outside you watch as the Moogles in the different tents and areas start to animate animatronically in the areas, and the lights start to glow and show off in the Moogle farm. I rigged the whole thing. It's pretty decent electronics, but overall interesting stuff. What kind of stuff do you fix?
Oh, I fix mechanical stuff, vehicles, certain weapons, all that fun stuff.
Oh. Well, that's really interesting. You'll have to show me sometime.
Sure, I have my own shop.
Oh, wow. I just work out of here, but yeah. And Bite, you hear Jesse like lean over to Moggy. This is the most he's talked to a girl in, I think, forever. And Moggy just goes, Kupo?
I will keep that little nugget of information to myself to use at a later date.
Yep, but Mel will kind of start going off, like telling him like all the stuff that she fixes and like where her shop is located, and she kind of like rubs the back of her head. Oh, to be quite fair, I have been a bit busy as of late. So if you do try to stop by, I may not be there.
Oh, okay. Well, I could give you my phone number, for calling.
Yeah, sure. She like
Yeah.
takes out her phone,
That
flips
way
it open.
I can make sure you're at the shop before I go all the way out that way.
What's your phone number?
Oh, and he kind of like tells you, rattles it off, lets you add it in. Ah, that's a nice Moogle charm.
Thanks. It's unique. My dad actually got it for me when I was a bit younger.
A fucking lie. You stole it from fucking Marlene.
I completely forgot that I got it from Marlene. I'm not gonna lie. That's right. I forgot. What was the unique thing then? I could have sworn she had something that was unique. She told John about it. I don't remember what it was though.
Had like a flower on it or something. her heart.
Maybe? I don't remember. Oh well. Anyway, scratch that. Thanks, I got it from a friend.
Ah. Well, Oh, was it your friend that was outside just now?
Oh no. It was someone else.
The the red-headed guy that left before her?
Oh no, he's not a friend.
Oh. Oh. Is he a boyfriend?
And like she was like mid like it's like almost spoon in mouth, and she was like about to like eat the soup from the spoon, and she like chokes.
Oh, I'm sorry. And he like reaches over and hands you a handkerchief.
She takes the handkerchief, coughs into it. Absolutely not. Nope. No. Kind of gets the shivers.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you all brought Moggy back.
Yeah, I'm glad we brought him back safe and sound.
Yeah, and you got to see the Moogle farm.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, I thought there were gonna be more live Moogles.
Well, there are, but you usually have to be younger, and your imagination has to be intact.
Right. Fair enough.
You all are welcome to come back whenever you want.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you're not too busy.
Well, you want to show me around? We're not busy now.
Uh, uh, um, yeah, sure. I can show you this thing I've been working on.
Okay.
And Jacob kind of like leads you out of the building, Mel, and you all watch as the different Moogles are like,
Before she leaves though, she's gonna look over to Bite. Behave yourself, Bite. We're following after Jacob.
but yeah, there's a bunch of different animating Moogle pieces, a bunch of different lights and changing colors. But he leads you to what can only be described as like a garage attachment. He opens it up, and you see this very large sheet covering something. It's not done yet, but I think when it is, it's going to be really, really neat. I just, I'm not good at the mechanics of it, if you will. And he kind of like takes off the sheet, and you see this very large, in charge Moogle vehicle.
Oh no.
Mel's eyes light up. Wow. She kind of like goes over to look it over.
And you said you were having trouble with the mechanics of it?
Yeah, I think there's gears. I don't know anything about cars really, but I just thought it would be a cool idea, so I did all the wiring for it. See, the lights work, and he like turns the lights on, and it makes cool Moogle sounds, and he like pushes the horn, and it's like Kubo.
Do you mind if I take a look at it?
Sure. Be my guest.
She's gonna take a look at it and see what's missing.
It's missing everything. It needs an engine. It needs a carburetor. It needs. It needs the full works. The electronics are on point though.
Oh boy. Okay. It needs everything.
Yeah. Sorry. It's just something I work on in my free time.
I could try to get you the parts for this, and we can try to get it up and running.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I would love to see this in action.
I mean, I would too. That would be really nice heading down the Edge City streets in a Moogle vehicle. It would really bump up advertisement for the Moogle farm.
Absolutely.
Mel kind of takes out her notebook out of her pocket and kind of starts writing down all the parts that this Moogle vehicle needs.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Uh, 18.
Okay, you make the list without much trouble. It's very extensive, as you kind of figured once you opened and the engine was missing. But overall, it's not impossible to build. It's just probably going to take a lot of parts and time.
All right. Well, I'll see what I have at my shop. And whatever parts I don't have, we can try to order in. It's gonna take a bit, but yeah, it's not impossible.
Oh, well, you'll just have to let me know how much it costs, and then I can get you the money.
She kind of like waves her hand. No, 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 no. This is on me. I want to see this in action. Her eyes are all lit up.
No, I couldn't ask for that.
And she like points a finger out at him. I insist. Remember what I said? What I say, I mean.
Yeah, but
no buts.
Really,
it's already been settled.
Oh, okay. Well, it's getting kind of late. Do you have far to head back?
Oh, no, not too far.
Okay. Do you want me to walk you back? You and that I assume that's your cat?
Oh, yeah, that's Bite.
Ah, yeah, you and Bite.
Sure, if it's not too much trouble for you. You don't have to.
Oh, no, it's not too much trouble.
All right, maybe I can show you around the shop for a bit.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, well then let's go pick up Bite and we can head on out.
Yeah, sure. And he kind of like puts the sheet back over the vehicle and work, and you two make it back to the building.
Can't wait to be third wheel.
Lore, did you
Yep.
just head back home?
She was waiting at the bottom of the fire escape for everyone.
Okay. So not long after you watch as Mel, Bite, and Jacob arrive, making their way down the fire escape, and they see you there. Oh, I hope you weren't waiting too long. We kind of ate
fine.
dinner and hung out and showed. I feel bad.
It's fine.
Porcupine head go.
I was just taking some pictures, and his name is Reno. He left.
I don't trust him, Lore. We just... Never mind. Shall we head back?
Mel, we can discuss this after when it's just us.
That's what I'm saying. Let's go.
Fight is like visibly stuffed.
And Mel's just holding on to him.
So are you all headed to Mel's shop?
Yep.
Okay. So y'all have a bit of conversation as you're making your way back to Mel's shop, and it takes you roughly, I don't know. How did you get there, Mel? Did you drive? Or did you walk?
We walked.
Yeah, it takes y'all roughly 45 minutes to make it back.
Oh yeah, not that far.
Fight's like passed out in her arms.
Jacob's like, how many more blocks?
Oh, just a couple more.
You said that 10 minutes ago?
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, well, just a couple more.
Okay. And you all eventually make it to Mel's shop. Oh, it does exist.
Yeah, of course it does.
Oh. Great. Yeah, lead the way, tour guide Mel.
Tour guide Mel. I like the sound of that. Smiles before kind of opening up the garage door. Here we go. This is where all the magic happens.
Jacob's like holding a passed out bite.
Mel kind of looks over to him.
Oh, you could just put Bite over there.
There's like this like not like totally beat up couch, but there's like a couch in the garage.
Jacob like walks over and carefully sets Bite down. This is a pretty cool place you got.
Yeah, this was my dad's before he yeah. Anyway,
And she kind of shows him where she works, shows him all of like the parts and stuff, which she kind of like tries looking through her inventory while she's showing him around. I'm gonna see what parts that she would have. I rolled an 11 for investigation.
You only have like a couple of things that the vehicle will need. Lots of them need to be ordered in because typically when you get like a vehicle and whatnot, it at least comes with the meat and potatoes. This one's devoid of the meat and the potatoes.
all right. Well, I only have a couple of the parts you'll need. So it looks like we're going to have to order the rest of it, which shouldn't be too big of a problem.
Really, it's no you don't have to.
I know. I want to.
Oh, okay.
Unless you don't want me to.
Huh?
I mean, I really, really do want to work on it.
Oh, I mean, I just don't want to inconvenience you. If you want to, that's, I guess, different.
Inconvenience me? No way! It's a Moogle vehicle.
Yeah, yeah.
Why wouldn't I want to not work on it?
Well, some people kind of think Moogle obsessions are a bad thing.
Well, they're wrong.
That's what I say.
They're just big old grumpy gills and don't like the appreciation that is Moogles.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Oh, yeah, I probably, shouldn't keep you waiting. It is getting late after all.
oh, no, it's fine. I can make my way back here in a little bit. Did you want me to come here tomorrow for the roast? I mean, if you make it, you don't have to.
No, sure. I mean, I have all my spices and ingredients here, so yeah, that would only make sense.
Bite will kind of like wake up and stretch at the word roast.
Aw, Bite, did you have a nice nap?
He'll just do his, like a little cat sneeze.
But
Wander over there.
Yeah, time. That would be a good thing to discuss. You want to come over around 5 o'clock tomorrow?
Yeah, sure. Do you need me to bring anything?
Nope, just you and your appetite. Oh, and your grandfather and your sister too.
Okay. Is it okay if we bring Maggie as well?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Well, Mel, Lore, and Bite, I guess I'll see you all tomorrow.
All right.
See you then.
It was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you all as well. And he kind of like smiles and waves and makes his way out.
And Lore's just kind of scratching behind Bite's ear.
When he steps out, Bite will hop up into like a window and give him he'll point at his eyes and then point at him.
Let me see if he sees it.
Oh no!
Yeah, he might have saw it.
Oh god.
And then he'll like play it off by like, licking his paw and then rubbing his head or something.
But yeah, Jacob like starts to make his way back home.
All right, Lore. Spill the beans.
What beans?
Why the heck were you with Reno? I just find it real suspicious.
Hold on 1 second.
Doggo.
It's so boring being a cat.
Okay, well, he's not going to stop barking, so I'm just going to have to work through this. So I was at home and I was getting ready to head over, and he knocked on my door. And we talked, and he wanted to go for a walk.
Okay, so I'm just going to stop you there. We just left a Shinra building.
I'm
and
aware.
You don't find it suspicious that a Turk comes to your door after we just left there?
Should I find it suspicious that he also already heard what happened to my partner, John?
Yeah, probably.
I don't find it suspicious because it's Shinra, and I know how Shinra works.
All I'm saying is that's a big red flag for me.
I know, and I get it, because I don't like Shinra. I don't trust Shinra. But I've also worked with Reno, and I know Reno.
Do you know Reno?
I know that he is pretty loyal to Shinra, but he also cares about those that he works with.
She kind of crosses her arms and sighs.
All right.
I know it's complicated because I still have my issues with his involvement in things. but I also would be lying if I said I didn't have feelings for him.
You humans are so complicated.
I'd be lying if I said we weren't.
Fair enough. Just be careful, Lore. That's all I'm asking. We lost John. I don't want to lose you too.
I know, but I talked with John about Reno once before, and I told him I would try to sort out my feelings for Reno.
So, what did come out of that? Like, nudges her with a smirk.
I should probably go home.
Oh, come on, Lore! You can't just leave me hanging like that.
You can't stop there. I was about to make popcorn.
She's rubbing her forehead. I'm not sure it's really anybody's business but mine and Reno's.
And ours.
Yeah, we're practically, like, a family now.
I told Reno I would take out his knees if he told anyone, so I don't see why I should tell anyone.
She kind of pouts.
If you tell, I'll tell a secret too.
Do I have any secrets? Mel's speaking to herself. I actually don't think I have any secrets.
I think I'm gonna keep this one to myself.
Oh, man. All right, I guess I won't push it anymore. She says as she kind of like puts her hands behind her head and kind of like kicks the ground.
We'll try again tomorrow.
You bet.
I'll try to give you the pictures of you and the Moogle. I have to develop them.
Wait, you took a picture?
Yep.
But I was ugly crying in that one.
Even better.
No.
I took some pictures of the fake Moogles too.
Okay, well those you can give me, but is there a way to like fix the picture where I'm not crying? Is that a thing?
I can see what I can do, but I don't know if there's much I can do to fix it.
Be a shop that fixes photos.
Oh no.
I'll go ahead and put in my order for 11 by 14 of this one.
Oh, okay. Bite, are you coming with? I have to go shopping.
Yeah, sure.
Mel, you would know that it's roughly 9, 10 o'clock.
Jesus, we stayed that late? Jesus.
Well, yeah, it took like 45 minutes just
Yeah,
to get
we
there.
got
and then
blown up by
another
a car.
45, and then y'all arrived at like 6, and then y'all ate dinner and went around the whole Moogle
There's no like
farm.
24-hour freaking Moogle Mart, like.
Oh, there definitely ain't no 24-hour Moogle Mart. That's...
I don't think you want to roast from a 24-hour movie.
Oh, my goodness.
It's like a Walmart, but with Moogles.
And
kind of
does the greeter at the Moogle Mart wear a Moogle suit?
Oh no. One of those full body stuffy ones that they can't see out of properly.
So like Mel has her shopping bag, like she's about to go out the door, and she's like, "Wait a minute." Looks at her watch. Oh yeah. Puts the bag down, closes the door. Well, I guess we're going shopping tomorrow first thing in the morning.
Well, I better head home.
All right, Laura, just be careful and call me when you get home.
I will.
Promise?
I promise.
Pinky promise.
Holds out her pinky.
Pinky promise. And she gives her pinky. She's thinking in her head, what are we, 5?
All right, Laura, get some rest.
You too. Night bite.
Night. Watch your back.
Yep.
And I am going to get into my Moogle PJs.
And she walks off into her room, closing the door behind her.
Moogle PJs.
Hey Mel, what was that license plate again? Do you remember?
It was JUDYDM.
Got it. That sounds so weird.
Right? What kind of a license plate is Judy DM?
What?
I would think probably some kind of crazy cat lady.
Yeah, maybe.
But Bite would pull out his little little tech computer wrist thing and see if he could research that.
Make a investigation check.
15.
It's still searching.
Still searching.
Mel comes out in this you know those one piece, I think they're called momogiris or something. It's that, but it's like a Moogle.
Oh my goodness.
That's her PJs. Hey, Bite, what do you think? And she kind of flicks the pom pom on her head.
I think, well, I'm just not gonna say anything. It looks great.
Oh no.
I rolled an 18 for insight.
Bite, are you trying to deceptively hide what you're saying, or are you speaking truth right now?
It looks great. I just think you might need therapy one day.
Therapy? Why do you think that? It's not a cute outfit, is it not?
It is cute. I'll give you that. Maybe I should have one too.
Her eyes widen.
Yes!
She gets her laptop and starts looking up on Moogle's on.
Moogle's on. Okay. Canon. All canon.
Oh dear. So Lore, as you arrive back home,
Yep.
make a perception check.
And 18.
Okay. You arrive close to the steps leading up to your house, and you see blood.
And she's going to investigate.
Okay. As you make your way carefully in, have you make a stealth check?
Okay. A 20.
Okay. Yep, you're pretty stealthy. You make it close to where the trail's leading. It's oddly enough leading towards your apartment. As you get closer, you see a body kind of near the door, your door.
And she's gonna take a look.
And you look, and it's Reno, and he's kind of leaned up against the hallway door near yours, and he has a big wound at his side.
Holy shit. Reno, and she's trying to see if he's awake at all.
He kind of like looks up at you. His vision's a bit blurry. Lore.
What happened?
Lore, it's not safe here. You need to leave.
I'm not just gonna leave you here.
Don't worry about me. I'm perfectly fine.
Bullshit.
Make a perception check.
A 16?
Lore, you hear a audible click, and the next thing that happens is everything kind of goes white, and then you hear the sound of an explosion coming off from where the building is. And that's where we're going to end this episode.
Oh my god! Lore!
Jeez.
Oh no!
Moving?
I swear to all the gods, if you hurt my lore,
She can't make a pinky promise if she ain't got pinkies.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Oh no. But thanks everybody for hanging out. We are going to potentially raid a certain someone by the name of F&H Paul. And yeah, we won't have any Final Fantasy episodes in October, sadly, but come join us in November where we see what happens next. I'm pretty sure it's going to open up with a deck save from Lore, but we'll see.
We're practicing that role.
Oh gosh, she's going to be like, I got this. Just get all those nat ones out the way. But yeah, we're gonna rate F&H Paul. He is, I think, on his last day of his September streamathon for his charity drive. So hop
Stack
in.
up.
Yep, his stack up drive. So hop in, say hi. Let him know that we all miss John, but well, everybody except Johnny. And yep, see what he's doing and tell him how the stream was. But see you all next time and catch you on the flip side.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.